Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. This is Hani Ismail from Planning Engineer website. In this lesson, we are going to create our dashboard. So here I did open the instruction files or the presentation you can download from the link below. On the right and on the left, I am opening the Excel and I'm using Excel 365, which I recommend for you because it will has recent features of the Excel. So I'm going to read from here and apply in front of you in the left window so you can do it the same by yourself. So we will start now with creating progress dashboard. First, we will start with this file. This file, you will find it in the link below. You can download the progress dashboard before. So this is the data we are going to start with. You will find the progress dashboard after we completed this one, so you can check later on if you stuck in any stage of creation the dashboard, but I recommend you to start with this file. So we start having here two sheets. We have the data and we have the dashboard. Why, Hani, you have two sheets? Because I recommend always to have all your data to be stored in a sheet, and then this one should be neat and clean for printing. So all our data can be here, or our calculations. If you have anything to do, you can do it here, and you can use this worksheet for printing. Also, by having the data in one tab and the report in another tab, you can reuse this data in as many reports as you want. You can add here more report and change something, and you have different reports linked to the same data. So here, when the data, we have the necessary data like the data date, baseline start, baseline finish, forecast finish, and all the data required for our exercise. I'm explaining to you that every field we have here the planned percentage, we get it from Primavera, actual percentage from Primavera, earned value is calculated total cost by actual cost, planned value is calculated total cost by planned percentage, SPI is calculated also earned value divided by planned value. And we will start with the first thing. So here, let's start typing data date, and instead of creating or typing the data date here for our report, because we need only to change data here and everything in the report should be changed accordingly. So I'm going to make equal, and I'm going to link this cell to this one, which is the data date, and now I have the data date from this cell like I'm showing to you here in the Excel and PDF. Simply you can press equal sign and go to the cell and click on it. This will be your data date. Now we need to type behind it, this is our project name. Call it now our project name. You are welcome to use the name here we have, but to make it simple, we will make it our project name. Now I need to merge 1, 2, 3, 4 cells. Let's merge these cells, right click, okay, then format cells, and I can merge cells, or I can use the menu above to merge also. Once I merge these cells, I can use here the center and from home, because from the alignment I can make it centered. Okay, now I make it centered as per the instructions. What else we have here? We need to add the project main data. Let me enlarge it a little bit. So after we have here the data date, okay, we did it, that here we have the project name, then we can make here project main information, leave one cell, project main information, and I can say project name, owner, consultant, and contractor, and also type baseline start date, baseline finish date, and so on. So here we have project name. This is fixed data, it will not be changed, so no need to make it link it to anything. Owner, consultant, contractor. Okay, now I need to leave one row, then I type baseline start date, baseline finish date, project duration, forecast finish date, and delay. I think I have here these ones. I can just copy, go there, right click, 1, 2, 3, I paste them. So let's see what we have else in our instruction. We make this one, go next. Now we need to link this data to the relevant data. I would like to enlarge this column, so I make double click, so it will be expanded to the relevant size. So baseline start date, I'll make equal, and then I'll go to here baseline start date. And since it is with the same sequence, I can click and drag, it will go to the relevant cell here. Now these all are dates, so I can do right click, can make format cells, I can from here make it date the format I like. Maybe I like this format, I'll make it like this. So this also date, so I can use the same thing, right click, format cells, I'll make it date. I'm trying to use the simplest way. I assume that not all of you will be aware of the shortcuts. These are numbers, okay? Right click, format cells, I'll make it number. No need for decimals because it is one number. So I did it like this, okay? Let's see what else we have here, okay? We need to make the SPI. We need to make the SPI in one rectangular like this. How we think we can do it? Simply we'll merge cells here, SPI, and then we'll merge these two cells. From format cells we can merge them. And here also we can merge this one, and then we should go and get the data from the data. SPI is here, so this is our SPI. Then we can align it, be in the center. Very good. We can also, here we merged these two rows, so I can select this one also, format cells. I'll make merge like this, so it will match our design here. Okay, now we need to add the planned percentage, actual percentage. From here I can make planned percentage. We can merge these two cells. I think we need to drag it a little bit like this. Okay, we can merge these two cells. I can use it here for merge and center. Okay, this one also I will use merge and center, and I think we use two cells. So here merge and center again. The planned percentage in the other sheet. Where is planned percentage? Here it is. Okay, from the alignment be sure it is aligned in a proper way. I can drag it like this, so here I can say this is actual percentage and make the proper formula here to get the actual percentage. Okay, I think we have this shape now. Let's go. We need to draw this nice chart which showing the planned percentage and actual percentage. So how we'll do it, we will select these two, okay, and click insert recommended chart. From here we have planned percentage, actual percentage. We can go insert, then we go to recommended chart. We'll choose this one, and click OK. So we have the chart here. We can make right click, cut, put the chart on the place, paste. We can resize the chart, put it here, okay. Then we can show the axis horizontal, okay. From we click here, we'll find this plus button. We'll click, we'll be sure in the axis that primary axis is shown. No need for vertical because here you don't see the vertical. So I'm going to remove the vertical. I'll be enough with the horizontal. We can show also, while we are here, the data label, which will show us the percentages on top of the chart. Okay, what is the next step here? We can click one column like this. Okay, then we can fill it with different color. Let's make it yellow, for example. So it will differentiate between the two colors. I know here it is showing from format fill, but it is also working the same. So you have two ways to do it. Okay, after this one, what else we have? We can enlarge it a little bit. Okay, I see that we have here one column. So I can simply right click here and click insert. It will give me one column like this one. Okay, what else? Now we need to do the shop drawing status and material status. And this is very nice trick, to be honest. Now we have the shop drawing log and the procurement log in different sheets. So I'm going to open them. So here I have the shop drawing log and procurement log. I'm going to open the shop drawing log. I'd like to have this log inside my sheets here. So I'm going to right click, create move or copy, create copy, and I'll put it in my progress dashboard. So I have it here. I can move it a little bit like this. I'll do the same with the material. So I'll have both sheets in my sheet. So this is the material, right click, move or copy, create copy. I'm going to move it to my progress dashboard. Then I can close this one. I have both of them here, so we can continue our exercise. So now I added them, shop drawing log and material log. Okay, so before we can make this pie chart, we need to calculate how many shop drawings submitted. If you check the previous lesson, you will find that we use COUNTIF for this exercise. Here we need to use COUNTIF as well. So submitted shop drawing, we can calculate how many shop drawings submitted from this status. The status here: approved, not submitted, rejected, waiting for approval. So in your opinion, what could be the proper formula to use? Since we have the shop drawing log, and this log might contains the data after the date of our report, which is data date. So in order to count the shop drawing, we will make COUNTIF. Now it's asking me for the range and then the criteria. So I'm going to the shop drawing log. I'm counting these ones. The condition is, or the criteria, it will count if what happened. So I'm going to use the COUNTIF. I need to count the shop drawing submittal. So I make COUNTIF. I would like to count the submitted shop drawing. So I'm going to count the submittal date. But under one condition: if this submittal date is, this is the condition now, less than, okay, the data date. So I would like to count only if the submission date is less than the data date. If I try to close these brackets and click enter, I'll find this error. Why? Because as we discussed in the previous document, that when we use this formula or symbol in the formula in the COUNTIF, we need to make some small change. We'll make quotation before and after, then click and, in order to make this formula work. Now let's try. Now we can count it that 30 shop drawing is submitted. Now let's count the approval. Make COUNTIF for the approval. What we are going to count in the shop drawing, we need this one. If the status equal to approved, right? Will it work? No, because we need here before equal to make quotation before, quotation after, then and. Like this, it will work. Now we can copy this formula from here and escape, paste it here, and just change the word approved to rejected. Here we can change to rejected. So it will count for us the rejected ones. And here also we can paste the formula again, but in that case we will waiting for approval. I'm going to copy it to be sure I'm not missing the spelling or making any spelling mistakes. Making Control V and enter. Now I have this waiting for approval 3. I'll be sure always that my formula is working in a good way. Let's see how it was done here. 30, 25, 2 and 3. Very good. Now we'd like to calculate the percentage. So this one is 100%. So how many percentage of the approved divided by this one, and this we can make this one to be divided by this one, and this one will be divided by this one also. So we have here now the percentage as well. We did it as per this step. Okay, now we are ready for material submittals. Let's do the same. Equal to COUNTIF. One thing here, you might ask yourself, Hani, I'm to study project management fundamental course. What you are telling me? Why you are teaching me Excel? As I told you, this course is not only about project management fundamentals. If you are not comfortable with this section, you are welcome to pass, but I don't recommend this one. I recommend you to learn these skills we are going to use, because we are using it right now in project management. How you are going to make your report and in the monitoring and execution stage if you don't know how to count the approved materials and do some KPIs and so on. So in the material log, I'm going to select whatever material submitted. This is my count of, and formula. Now I'm going to do the formula right from the first time. I'll make it less than the data date. I'm closing this one. So I have here 28 materials submittal. The approval, I'm going to do the same. COUNTIF, I'm going to the materials. If the status here is approved, status and equal and approved, you will have the sheet so you can check the formula. Okay, then I'm going to copy, paste, and instead of approved, I will make it rejected. And then waiting for approval. Let's see if it works. No, I need to copy again. Control C, Control V. I'm going to copy this term, waiting for approval. I'll put it instead of rejected. then Control V, enter. Okay, we have here this one will be equal to this one divided by this one. Okay, let's say I would like to drag this one like this. Will it work? No, because this one is keep dragging and this is not the formula I want. So if I came here and fix this B21 cell by typing F4 and then click enter, then I can drag the formula with no issues, because here this cell now fixed. Whenever I drag it, it will be fixed, it will not be dragged. This is one tip, you might find it helpful for you. Okay, so now I have here 82, 11 and 7%. Great, I'm ready. Now let's go to shop drawing. I'm going to select this one and then use control and select the percentage. Once I select it, I'm going to insert recommended chart. As you can see here, I can see all charts, then click the pie chart and select the pie chart. Oh, now you find it empty. Why? I will tell you one trick. Because I selected this, all of this one, then I selected by control this one. This is not work. I have to click this one, then control, select this one, and this one, then this one, and so on by sequence. Now when I click insert recommended chart and it shows a pie chart, it will work for me, as you can see here. Very good. Okay, now let's see what is the next step, is to cut this one and paste it in our chart. So I'm going to cut from here, going to dashboard, and then I'm going to paste. Also I would like to add the data label. From here, I'm going to add the data label. Very good, looks very similar to this one. Okay, now let's see what else. We can put the legend to the right. So here we can have the legend to the right to be the same like this one. Okay, now we can add it here beside this actuals. Okay, now we'll do the same for the materials. From here, we agree that we need to select the first one. Then we select this one, this, and we click insert, recommended chart, going to pie chart, select this one, we will cut it, we will go to the dashboard, we'll paste it. Okay, then we would like to add the data labels and make the legend to the right. Now we need to minimize these two a little bit. Okay, let's see what else we have here. Okay, now we adjust to the right. Okay, now we need to arrange our dashboard. So okay, we might increase this one a little bit. We will select all this one. Okay, like this. First we need to fit these two charts in the place. So let me move it up so we'll be sure what is the distance we will have. Okay, we can enlarge this height a little bit, row height. Let's make it 20, and this row heights also. Let's make all the row heights 20 to have some uniform. Okay, now we can adjust this one a little bit like this. Okay, now we can select this report, okay, and fill it with white color. So to give it nice shape, after we fill it with white color, okay, we can start working on the organizing now the report by making it bold, showing the borders. For example, let me give you one example here. I'm going to select this to make format cells. And from borders, I'm going to use these borders, so it will give us a nice look. Can do also the same for this one, format cells, border, outline border like this. And this one, you might also would like to have it like this, format cells, we'll give it border outline. Then we can make this as a project information. We can merge and center, make it bold, and enlarge it a little bit. You can now start arranging your report, making it looks better. So I'm not going to waste more time in this topic since this video is already long. I'm going to move forward to the final step. You have this file, so you can continue doing it. Only one step I would like to discuss with you is the conditional format here in the SPI. So we would like to have indication telling us, okay, if this number is less than 1, give me behind the schedule. If it is more than one, make it ahead of schedule. So here, let's have this cells to be like this. So I'm going to merge the cells, this one, and keep this one as another cell. Okay, so we need different borders. Okay, so here I would like to add conditional format and add a condition also. So I'm going to use if, okay, this value less than 1, then type for me behind, otherwise type for me ahead. Now it will give me that this is behind. Now I need to add conditional format. I'll make a new rule for the conditional format if the cell value equals to behind. Now fill this cell with red. So I'm going to use red fill. Okay, okay. Now it is automatically filled with red. Let's say I would like to add another condition to make it for me green if it is more than 1. So if it is more than 1, it will be ahead. So here from conditional format, I can manage the rules. I'll take this one, I'm going to duplicate, and in that case, if the cell value equal to ahead, then the format instead of red, make it nice green, and okay. We would like to test this one. So from the data, LSPI, I'm going to override, I'll make it 1.2. So here you find 1.2, and now it is ahead. So this is the main concept of creating the dashboard. We explained, you will have the detailed file so you can look at it and do the steps as per our guide. I hope you find this video useful to you. Sorry for being long, but I wanted to tell you everything I know. Thank you very much. See you in the next one.